Hi guys, what is good? What's up? So I'm back, yay! And I'm finally home. I just got home maybe like 3 hours ago from B.A.P. Live on Earth 2014, New York City. And I don't know if you could tell or not, but I have barely a voice. I lost it during the first song. Like during one shot, I was like, oh, okay, can't scream anymore. Awesome. I'm just gonna do silent screams. Awesome. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys about my whole experience. My whole weekend. My whole weekend was awesome. It was so K-pop filled. I've met so many great people. I met up with some people that I've known for a couple years now, and it was just really nice seeing everybody again. You guys know who you are. I'll probably name you later when I go through my stories of what happened this weekend. So, we'll start with the day I got down there. Okay, it's about a 5-hour bus ride from where I live to get to New York City. And I ended up taking my twin sister and my friend Brittany. And we ended up going down for the weekend to go see B.A.P. While we were down there, we met up with a lot of people from the real K-pop fans, as well as my shady fam. I love y'all. But we met up and we went out to dinner and we had some drinks and it was just a really, really great time. There was a lot, like a couple of the restaurants we went to, the men were so fine, so fine. White shirt, y'all know who I'm talking about. White shirt. The little flower boy, he was pretty. He wasn't handsome. He was pretty. Like I have a picture with him. O'Fury, I still owe you for that one. That was basically a dare, and you're gonna get it. Payback. It's coming your way. Be ready. But there was a flower boy. He was really, really pretty. I ate a lot of food. We went and did karaoke, special treatment with free drinks and stuff like that. Um, and then we all had plans to meet up. Let's see. Some people left early because they wanted to go line up. They wanted to be able to line up around 6 or 7. So we did say our goodbyes. I ended up getting back to the hotel around 5 o'clock that morning. We were out almost all night. And we ended up getting to Times Square where it was the Best Buy Theater. We ended up getting to Times Square around noon. Um, like 12:30 or something, and as we're going in I saw all my friends were there. Some were already there. They've been there since like 6, like I said before, and we all met up and we were all having a good time. And I ended up getting really, really good spot in line. I ended up getting a really, really good spot. Surprisingly, I got a really good spot in line. I got a really good spot getting into the concert. We had a really, really nice place where we were standing. It was the far right side, lower balcony. So if you heard anybody being ratchet, if you heard us, hey, 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 or that's daddy, or gather them, or yes, ooh, kill him, that was us, and I do apologize. Not really. Um, oh Jesus. All right, so the concert begins, and we could hear the bass, we could feel the bass. Everybody's getting. Oh wait, no, hold on. I have to go back. I have to go back. Um, before the concert started, we knew. You guys might know Mr. Popo. He was up above us, and we noticed that so a few people in the crowd were like waving at him. We were like, let's just get everybody else hyped. So we just started screaming his name, like it's Mr. Popo. Popo's up there. It's Mr. Popo. Excuse me. And the whole crowd got hyped. It was too funny. But the concert was amazing. Young Jay, you were a problem last year and you were a bigger problem this year. But you know what? I held my own. I can't say for the rest of my friends, but I held my own against you. All I needed was body and soul. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. Okay, so the concert started, everything's going great. We're standing there. I have my phone out ready to take pictures, and all of a sudden you hear, hold on, crap. I need to find it. Because I can't do it any justice with the way my voice is sounding right now. It just won't happen. So, yeah. All you could hear was this.
Turn the lights off.
And the whole auditorium went in an extreme uproar. My friend Adaze and Daphne were each on one side of me, and I had my phone up, and they each grabbed an arm and just shook life out of me. I wasn't ready. Nobody was ready for this. So we're watching, we're just in amazement. Bang Young-gook they all do this body roll, then Bang does this thing, and he pulls up his shirt. Oh. And he pulls up his shirt, and I lost it. Fell weak. Knees weak, y'all. I feel like our whole section dropped to the ground. No joke. Nobody was ready for that. Then they decided to do Chris Brown Take You Down with the, yeah. You'll see the gifs are already up, y'all. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look. The videos are up. I couldn't finish recording. I stopped the moment Bang pulled up his shirt. You can, I'll probably upload it just so that you guys can see, what happened and why I couldn't finish recording. But that Bang Young-gook, you solidified yourself as my ultimate. That moment, it was just I will look at no one else but you. I did what? But Young Jae, you did move up. You took Jung Up's spot. Jung Up last year was my ruiner. Young Jae, you know what you're doing because you did it last year. We just so happened to stay in the same area we were last year, and you just so happened to stay in the same area and do the same things, but you upgraded. Last year you were here. This year you just took it above and beyond with your lips smirking, your lip biting, your winking, your body rolls. You just took it to a whole nother level that I wasn't ready for. I was not ready for that. Okay, the B.A.P as a whole, those boys are so talented. I'm so proud of them. Whenever Jello came up, for you guys don't know, I claim Jello as my stepson just because, he's underage. I don't do that. So that is my stepson. I really I stood there like a proud mama whenever he got up to do anything. I was just like, you go, boy. That's my baby boy. Those boys are so talented and they work so hard. You can see it, you can see how bad they wanted this and how happy they were to be there. They weren't expecting us to know all the songs to their new album. They were excited when we were singing along. By the way, that album is fire. And all in all, it was a great time at the concert. We danced, we twerked, we cried, we fell to the ground, weak kneed. Poor girl, I don't know who it was. She was in the very, very front row. There was a commercial for Asiana Airlines, and she collapsed. Thought it was B.A.P coming up on the screen, and collapsed. Security had to pull her over the barrier, but she was such a dead weight that he just had to let her legs drag over the barrier. He couldn't pick her up fully. So I don't even know if she got to see the concert or not. Probably not, and I know her friend left with her. And somebody fainted in line waiting to see Mr. Popo. Popo, you got those type of fans. Feel proud. But okay. And another one of my friends, somebody I met, was able to win one of the high touches, which was amazing for her. So we all waited outside for her, and she came out with just such a death stare. Guys, I just don't know I don't know what happened. I don't know what just happened. Apparently, she got some very suggestive looks from the band members, but maybe she'll explain later. So we all decided, all right, what are we gonna do now? We're hungry, starving. We were standing in line for 12 hours. Some of us were standing in line for about 12 hours. But we were all really, really hungry. So we decided, all right, let's cool, let's go to K Town, um, and get some food. And people were like, well, don't they usually go to K? Doesn't B.A.P usually go to K Town when they're here? We're like, well, maybe if we see them, we see them. If we don't, we don't. Right now, the only thing on our mind was food. We're hungry. We want to eat. So we end up walking down towards Lexington to someone to drop some stuff off for some people, and then we walk into K Town. I get a phone call. My friend's like, "Oh, hey, I'm here in K Town waiting for you guys. Where are you guys?" I was like, "Oh, we're a block away. We're almost there. We're like a block away." She's like, oh, "Okay, okay, okay." And just let you know, I was wrong. They're here. And I was like, "Who's here? Where? Who? BAP's here? Where are they? Can what?" So we ended up meeting her. She was standing in front of the restaurant they were in. Um, I guess like a whole bunch of fans had stopped her to ask her questions and stuff. I whatever. So we were like, well, why don't we just eat here then? I mean, like, food's good. Like, let's just eat here. Plus, it was Sunday. A lot of places were closing. It was almost midnight by that time. So we were just like, hey, they're open. Let's go get food. We go in. Well, I go in by myself first. No, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Tracy walks in with her concert shirt on, and it said Loof. It had the Matoki rabbit on it. It had I forgot who was on the back, but she walks in and walks right back out. I'm like, what just happened? She goes, oh, let me put my sweater on first. So she put her sweater on first. Okay, and my group, we didn't really have like BAP paraphernalia on us at all. So if we were to walk around, nobody would really know we were a fan. Plus, there wasn't a lot of Asians with us. I'm pretty sure it was. No, there weren't any Asians with us. So we just honestly, I feel like we didn't look like fans. We just looked like somebody who wanted food, who was hungry. So me and Tracy go in. A whole lot of fans were in there. It was packed, packed, and there was a lot of fans outside as well. And people were like sitting down, and there were a few tables, like maybe one or two tables where it wasn't fans, and they were just eating, having a good time. And then there was like we saw Popo there. We saw Mr. Popo there, and he was talking to us and stuff. And he was like, "Oh, so what are you guys here for?" We're like, "Dinner, food." It's like, "All right, okay, okay." And he was just joking. Me and him, we're cool. We're all cool. So we're all part of the same real K-pop fans family, Shady fam. So we're all cool. But Tracy broke out into her fluent Korean and was speaking to the waiter and was asking him, do we have room for 11? There was 11 of us. He was running deep. And he was like, let me check. So he's talking into his headset, like asking if there's room for 11, I guess, wherever there's room for 11. And so he tells Tracy, yep, go to the third floor. Now me, I'm thinking in the back of my head, aren't the boys on the third floor? But maybe they're in like a private room area where we can't even see them. We're going to walk right past them and not see them at all and just go enjoy our food and then go home, go to sleep. So as we're walking, I noticed we walked past the second floor, and I'm like, so we're not going to the second floor? Oh, okay. All right. So we walk to the third floor, and by this time, I see that the private room is empty. The whole upper floor where we were was empty as we're walking up the steps, and I'm trying to stop Tracy from walking because I know they're over that ledge. And I'm like, Tracy, 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 no, wait, Tracy, no. She turns over, she sees Young Jae, and he is tall, by the way. Y'all, they are tall. Okay, but anyways, Tracy sees him and his red hair, and she turns around, she looks at me, she goes, oh my god, they're here. And we're all just like, bug-eyed, silent, like, so what do we do? Like, and she wanted to talk to the waiter to see where we were supposed to sit because, like I said, there was a whole upper area that was completely empty, as well as the private room that's empty. So we were like, okay, maybe we'll get the private room and let them have this whole area, once again, we just wanted to eat. So we're standing there, and she's talking to him once again in fluent Korean. And I just so happened, I was staring at her. I was looking at her talking to them. The coordinator, she was acting like she didn't understand Korean. Like, she was just so flabbergasted that Tracy, who was African American, was speaking fluent Korean to her. She just looked at her like, what? What? Tracy ended up having to pull sign language and was like, 11. It's like, oh no, no, shade, the shade. So while all this is going on, I just so happen to glance over to my right. And who's over there? Bang Youngkook. And who's next to him? Who just popped up like a meerkat? Hinchan. Who's in front of them? The dancers. Alright, let me tell you about them dancers, y'all. Them dancers slayed last night. Killed it. When Check On came on, I was just like, yo, they killing it. They killing it. Old school dances, the running man. I think Himchan did the bounce. I'm pretty sure I saw Himchan do the bounce. Um, they were killing it with the old school dances. The dancers, they were all excited to see us because they knew of my friend. She worked there, and they were like, I guess they had asked her before ahead of time, like, oh, you plan on going out later? She's like, yeah, probably to go out with my friends to get some food. And they saw her, they started waving, they were cheesing so hard. Like, I literally looked up, dude's grin was from ear to ear. He was just, like, cheesing so hard. And they were clearing like an area for us, like pulling chairs to the side, trying to like get themselves situated to see if we were gonna join them or whatever. At this point, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna wait for Tracy's lead on this. So she's still talking to the waiter, and the waiter's like, oh yeah, we have room for 11. And the Coordinuna end up having to tell him like, no, this is a private party. We want the whole floor. So we end up getting denied a table because of them, but it was okay. We were just like, you know what? We're not even gonna bother with this. We're just gonna go somewhere else to get. We're just gonna go somewhere else to get food. Like, we understand y'all are here to eat, enjoy your time. You're not trying to be bothered with screaming obnoxious fans. Like, we weren't screaming obnoxious fans, but we know you didn't want to be bothered with it. So we're looking at everybody else's faces though while Tracy's talking, and Bang Youngkook had this like smirk. He was just looking at Tracy, just. Mm, mm. Like, ooh, she's speaking Korean. I only saw Young Jae when he was standing up and he was drinking. But I did not see Jung Up and Jello. Somebody told me they were farther back and their heads were down, like in their food. Like they weren't trying to pay no attention. But I know that whole crew had to be so flabbergasted that here's a African American female speaking fluent Korean with 11 people, and 9 of the 11 people were African American as well, or Hispanic, or just like minority. Like, and we're all standing there, and she's speaking fluent Korean. That was probably, I'll never forget that moment. Never forget that moment. Because it was like, I made eye contact with Bang Youngkook. Like, oh my god, like, that man is beautiful. I was terrified though, not gonna lie. Terrified. Because it was like, oh god, like so many things are running through my mind, like, okay, what if we're actually able to stay here and sit up here at this table over here? Like, I don't want them to see me. I have post concert hair. Like, my roots were so like I felt it during one shot. The first song, I was like, yep, it's over for my hair. That's why I have the hat on now. I still have that post-concert hair. But so many thoughts were running through my mind, like, oh my gosh, okay, if we're going to stay here, like, are we going to be able to say anything to them? Are they going to come say something to me? What am I going to say? I was so lost. But we ended up leaving, and it wasn't until we went to Miss Korea, which was where we ended up eating, that it hit Tracy like, I just spoke fluent Korean in front of B.A.P. and they stared at me. She has her whole point of view from it, so she'll probably tell you guys that later. But that whole night was amazing. Amazing. Freaking amazing. Like, I cannot listen to Body and Soul without a tear coming down my face. Like, that really happened. Like, it just goes to show how interested they are in knowing about their fans from different countries. Like, I know from their set list in Korea and I think Japan, they didn't do Body and Soul. So it's like they've been practicing so hard for this to do it here in the States. And me, being in New York, was the first person to see it. It was awesome. Well, one of the first people to see it. That dance. Here I am thinking, you know what? If they do body and soul, I will be good with them sitting in all white and sitting in a chair just singing. I would have been perfectly okay, but no, they went and had to have choreography and thrusting and body rolls and shirt lifting and the leg thing, and it was just, oh, it was too much. It was way too much. But I definitely want to do this again. Like I made so many new friends, people I've known on Facebook. Just I've taken. Oh my lord, it was just it was really really fun, really really fun. I know there's gonna be a few people who are gonna be posting up videos later about their whole B.A.P experience. I'm gonna find out who, and I'll probably put their links and stuff in the comments or in my description box. This was really it like my friend Daphne, she was crying during Save Me. Like she was crying and she was just like, we have come so far. Just like knowing them from when they first debuted into their rookie years. Like they're only 2 years in the game. 2 years in the game? Two I want to say 2 years in the game and they've already done two state tours. Like they're on their second state tour. Like who does that? There are groups who have been in this game for like 3, 4 years and have yet to come to the States. Like, or if they come to the States, they only go to LA. They don't do a whole like New York, Chicago, Dallas, LA. Like, who does this? Like, TS, you guys know what you're doing. Like, we may not agree with everything that you're doing. Like, we're secret. Can I secret? We're secret. I like secret. But you guys know what you're doing. You're doing well with these boys, and you can tell that this is something they really enjoy doing. They love this, and they love New York. Like those boys are always talking about New York. They love it. That was my experience, guys. Feel free to share if you went. Feel free to share your experience with me. Put it in the comments. I would love to hear your experience. I was not in the pit, by the way, but I had some friends that were in the pit, and she got trampled. She got pushed down and stomped on. Like it was bad. Like we could see that wave of fans just moving back and forth on the stage. It got so bad to the point where him Chung was sitting there saying, calm down, everybody breathe. Like he was really like doing breathing exercises with the pit. I was just like, this is nuts. Like, this is ridiculous. Like I was in the pit last year and it wasn't that bad. Granted, I was in the corner in the back, but it wasn't that bad. It was bad. This was bad. And then I found out this morning that people lost their shoes. Like people were walking out without shoes on, and then weren't allowed to go back in to get them. Don't know why, but yeah, they weren't allowed to go back in. But that concert in itself was amazing. I feel bad for the boys though, who had the crazy fans following around with taxis. Yeah, Popo said that they were following around in taxis. They left Sheila, which is an amazing restaurant, by the way, guys. If you haven't gone there, go there. If you like K-pop paraphernalia, if you like to see like where K-pop artists have been, go to Sheila. I saw pictures of Rain. I saw pictures of Seven. There's signed napkins from like Big Bang and a whole bunch of people. I think Clara was there for whatever reason, whatever. Just there was a lot. It was a really great weekend. That's like the feels, guys. Like, and it was so fun, like just being able to walk around and just talk about your feels and not be looked at like, okay, you're weird, you're strange. What are these feels you're talking of? It was so nice to be able to have something like this in common because this really K-pop I'm not gonna say it takes over most of my life, but it's a very very big part of my life, and to be able to share that with people it feels great to me. Like I'm blessed to be able to share it with my sister. Like some people don't have that. Some people have to watch it in secret because their families just can't accept it. My family is very loving, and they accepted it. They said, yeah, you know what, that's your type of music that you like to listen to. Cool, what are you listening to? My mom, she enjoys it sometimes. She likes more of the indie stuff, but she enjoys it. I was very blessed and honored to go this weekend. I have to address this. And I don't care if that person is watching or not, because I'm pretty sure to get to her eventually. For you to, for months, be mad because you're 15 and couldn't go to the concert. And then the night of the concert, you get mad because the people that were here in the New York City area that went to the concert, because we didn't buy light sticks and do a full ocean for them, you're mad because the concert tickets were cheap. I'm sorry, when is $135 cheap to somebody who pays bills? Okay, you're 15. You go to your parents for money. And granted, they didn't give you that money. They didn't give you the $135. So therefore, it was way too expensive for them to give you $135 for a 15-year-old to go all the way to New York City or wherever you were going to go to this concert. So therefore, you have no room to talk and get mad about people not buying glow sticks or light sticks. Those light sticks were $35 a piece. Okay? No. Just how I did not buy the album for a maybe high touch. Like it wasn't. I was like, not paying $35 for maybe high touch. There was also a girl that bought 8 albums and got all 8 high touches. I have no idea what she did with them. I'm praying she gave them out and didn't sell them. I'm praying she just gave them out out of the nicest of her heart and gave people a chance to get the high touch. But anyways, like I said, tell me you guys' experiences. I would love to hear about them. I would love to laugh about them. Y'all already know Rude Boy Young Jay is just, y'all already know. If you were on the right side of the stage, you already know. Already know. So I would love to hear your comments and stuff. Don't forget to subscribe and comment and share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr. Okay? Alright, I'll probably be back. I think I'm gonna do a reaction video since I'm, here. But yeah. Bye guys!